Bacon Shooter here. So I finally got a chance to go to the range and get my 12 gauge sighted in, which I was pretty excited about. Not something that's easily done around here in around where I live in Minneapolis. So basically, what I had to do was wait until a certain time of year, and the range I go to allows for shotgun use in the range. The largest or longest distance you can shoot in this range is 50 yards. So it's not a great distance, and it's not really a great distance for when you're rifle shooting. But it's good enough for shotgun. It's good enough for close range rifle. Like when I take the 22s, those are perfect for that. I can do 50 yards with that. It's actually not bad for like the AR, because if you sight in for 25, that equals 100 just because of the trajectory of it, or close. So you can actually sight in for it, but it makes it a little more difficult to get to the much further ranges. I was able to get my 300 Win Mag there, but that was a chore to get it in there as well as getting it sighted in. It may not be 100% long distances, so I'm still got to work on that, and I'll come back on that if I ever get a chance to. So going into the 12 gauge. So this is the H&R Partner pump with the True Glow red dot on it. Not really a really long distance shotgun, and it's really not made for long distance slugs. It is a smooth bore, and let's go ahead and grab it off the table, and I'll show you that it's empty. So got the 12 gauge here. It's getting kind of heavy with all the extra stuff, the True Glow, the rail, the extra butt pad on the back. But it is unloaded. You can see there's nothing down inside there. So now that you've seen that, so I took the 12 gauge there, and I'll intermix a little bit of video from the range trip. And one thing I do have to say, I screwed up. When I put on the True Glow, I put it on so it was a little bit further back. You'll see this rail actually has one strip here, strip here, strip here, and here. I had put it further back on the rail, and that allowed for this line to, or this screw to get in line, but this has got a flat on it. This one doesn't. So what happened was it was angled up, and there was no way for me to get it on target. I ended up realizing that, but then I shot a little high because I had adjusted it way up trying to get it on. So that being said, I did eventually get it on, and at 50 yards I got fist size groupings. So, and I have video of that as far as the groupings. Now, this thing has some serious recoil when you're shooting a 12 slug out of it. I was using 1/2 inch 1 ounce slugs, and they weren't the highest quality ones, but they were enough to get it sighted in. And it did work. You'll see that every time I shot, in the place I shoot at, you have to sit down shoot. And I was resting it on a rifle rest. Well, when it did, the recoil was causing it to shoot back like this. So it ended up trying to eject shell. So every time I shot, I had the slide come back on me. So shooting it was actually pretty good inside. It was very loud, but it did work. I do think that this would work as a hunting shotgun for shorter distances, probably 50 yards. No more than that. I don't even think putting a scope on this would help. Scope would just make it so you could see. It just doesn't have enough barrel and enough control to put a slug out there any further than that, I think. I do like having the red dot on here, and I like having an idea of where it's going to hit. I do know that I could probably put some double-aught buck or some triple-aught buck in here and know reasonably where the shot's going to go within about 25 yards. 50 yards, I probably wouldn't use that. I would probably go with the slugs, but I do like having an idea of where this is going to hit. Even for birdshot, it kind of gives me an idea of where it's going to hit. Now, for birdshot and double-aught buck, you've got your bead sight here at the top. I think that's more than sufficient for that. The slugs, I think, would be more for the red dot, and this actually did do very well sighting in. It didn't shake as much as you would think. It didn't move. It held on tight once I tightened it down and had it mounted correctly, and it worked out pretty well. All in all, I'm really actually starting to like this shotgun more and more the more I shoot it. And, of course, this slide, it moves real easy. I mean, I've had Winchester Defenders, I've had Remingtons, I've had a few different shotguns, and I have to say that the action on this one is actually pretty smooth comparatively. It's probably one of my favorite shotguns so far. I would like to change out some of the furniture, possibly the front fore end and the buttstock, but we'll get to that. The barrels are not going to be a possibility to change them out. I do believe that the company, the H&R, does make barrels, but the cost of the barrels is more than the cost of a new shotgun. So I don't see myself spending that kind of money on it. I did take off the bandolero, which I kind of liked at first, but you know, it was tearing, it wasn't doing that great. I did find a nice shoulder strap for it, so it is strappable, so I can actually carry it if I do decide to take it hunting with me. Not sure if I'm going to do it. I mean, I've got a couple other rifles that I think would work better for that, but you never know. What do you guys think? Have you guys done any hunting with an H&R? I've done some searches online to see if I can find anything, but I actually haven't seen anything online about it. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of the setup? Do you think I should try changing out the furniture to something else? Should I try to go with wood? Should I go with Magpul? I mean, what are your suggestions? I know that supposedly the Remington 870 furniture will fit this shotgun, supposedly. What do you guys think about that? Give me your feedback. Go ahead and leave comments below. Go ahead and share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And if you get a chance, go check out my store. It's links down below in the store. It's Pagan Shooter on Etsy. I've got these shirts as well as 2 other shirts and vinyls with my logo. Go ahead and support the channel. Check out my store, and we'll see you next time.